The Los Angeles Coliseum, a place traveler calls home and the crowd loves to fight on when supporting the USC Trojans. A couple of teams trying to stake their claim to being among the best in the country in this top 25 showdown we have in store. As we'll see the number 24 team in the country, the Oregon Ducks, taking on the 12th ranked team in the land, the USC Trojans. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Will boot it away to start the game. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the offense on first down. From the shotgun, the inside give. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
Third down, and they'll need 5 to keep this opening drive moving. And they're able to get a third down stop here. See if they go for it on fourth. And the Trojans will punt it away on fourth down. They'll look to pin him deep. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. He's looking to throw it. Fires to the right. Off the deflection, missed a great chance to force the turnover. Instead, it'll be second down.
Well, the QB looked like he knew where he wanted to go with that football, but give the defense credit. They were able to swat that one away.
Ball still spotted at the 34. It's second and 10. Back to throw. It's Boyd. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Showing off the arms. He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. They're in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is why you have a prominent jawline and an urgent resolve. They'll go for it. Will not get there. A fourth down stop.
And this offense chooses to be aggressive. Listen, once you start getting to midfield, you see most offenses be aggressive, and they took their chance, and they failed. Now, early in the game, a chance to create momentum to swing back to the other side of the football field.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Oh, he gets downfield for the big catch. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
And that's why this guy's a complete running back. He's good between the tackles, he can pass block, but he can also run routes. And we're not just talking about screens or swing routes. This guy gets vertical down the field, and he can run the route tree.
The Trojans will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. Looks as if he's going to run it. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
And you can tell the QB wants to run. He's going to be a big part of the game plan, and the defense really, really understands that. I got to understand, and more importantly, when I get a lick on this cat, I got to take it. Like, not dirty, not cheap shots, but end of the plays, when I can be physical and really make him feel me, I think that'll always bode well in the 4th quarter game.
And they swarm him under.
And it's not a surprise who they gave the football to. When you get down in this area, they're going to call his name. The physical back, they're going to give him the football. They're going to use their identity of physicality and run game down here in the red zone.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. This defense trying to stand tall on 4th and goal from the 2. Snaps it in the shotgun. He makes a catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Southern Cal.
It's hard for a defense to have to cover so much space. When the offense goes empty, you get receivers and tight ends and running backs lined up out wide. You've got to expand, and it's harder to cover on the back end.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, Phyllis, here's a final update on a top 15 flash. Oklahoma was relentless today in a road win that frankly wasn't even as close as the final score indicates. This was a vintage Sooners performance, one that really should instill confidence within this program. Iron sharpens iron, and you just know a top 15 matchup like this is going to go a long way in telling the story of each of these teams' seasons.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Unloads to the right. Got his man downfield. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the 1st down.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
You see all this movement in football now. All the stem, the defensive line, they're sliding right before the snap, creating confusion for the offensive line. Then they're moving back and stunting. Really good job by the defense. Continue to move, continue to stunt, continue to get in the backfield and make this life hard on this one.
Well, the tight end shows off his speed. See his ability there to separate from the defender trying to cover him on that drag.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. He'll toss it. And a good pickup there. They'll move the sticks for a first down. Let's see if they try to get another snap before the quarter expires. And the Ducks are on the move. They'll give it to him again. Bulls his way forward. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
And sticking to the run. I tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn. And they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
Quickly to the tight end. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? Second down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this third down manageable. Really nice job of executing that.
Bully ball on third and short. The Ducks brought to the ground, but not before picking up the first.
Really nice job on third down by this offense. This offense has struggled on third downs throughout the season. Not even in the top 50, but you know what? When you make it third and short, when you have the run-pass option and you're not predictable, you can be more successful. So let's see if this offense can continue to put themselves in good positions.
Trying to escape and get it himself. And the defense makes a big hit and knocks him down.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Wants to throw. It's Boyd. Throws to the wideout. Working on the right. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a first and goal.
You know, it's hard enough just to catch passes in college football, but to do it while also being cognizant of where you are in the field and making sure you get a foot down inbounds, that's really impressive.
He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
Well, this guy's a weapon, throwing it and running it, and you know he's going to try to hurt this defense with his legs.
It puts so much stress on the defensive line to chase him, and the fact that the play is extended. Touchdown! The quarterback sneak pays off as he gets it across the goal line.
Man, those are so hard to stop defensively. We're just trying to dive in there on the D-line and create a pile, and you stuff them on first down, and second down they go to Old Faithful, run the quarterback sneak to perfection.
So a drive there of 85 yards was finished off with the quarterback sneak. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
Barrels all the way to the 29, a gain of 6.
I know that wasn't a big, huge play, and everybody's not excited, and the fans aren't going crazy, but those are the plays that in the fourth quarter matter a lot. Again, making you tackle my back, making you feel the physicality of the football game throughout, so you get tired and get worn down in the fourth quarter.
They're going to try to throw for it on third down. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. And the Trojans come to the line with a new set of downs.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. The biggest key there is the quarterback understanding that A, it's zone, but B, what kind of zone is it? Is it one high safety? Is it two high safeties? And then you know instinctively where your best throw, where your highest percentage completion is based on what type of zone coverage it's going to be.
Looking to throw, it's Burgess. Dances away. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
Well, the good news is he did a nice job reading the coverage. He knew exactly where to go with the football that time. Just a little bit too much on that pass. You wonder if that's just nerves. He's got to settle himself down a little bit.
Snap from the gun on third down. Fires to the wideout. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
Third and short like that on your own side of the field. You're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
They really have no choice here. This is a no-brainer. You go for it here on this fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. The completion well past the sticks. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. It's a 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. The Trojans are flying down the field. Running it to the right. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it a little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. He's inside the 15. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Yeah, and way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that first down. Nice job, nice play call by the offense.
He's going to run it. Short gain on the play before he slides. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
Those always sting a little bit. When you get so close to getting the QB to the ground, creating a negative play, and then all of a sudden he turns it into something positive, just really annoying as a defensive guy.
Gets it out quickly. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down. And the Trojans racing to the line in the hurry-up. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll keep it on the ground. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. They'll try to run for it. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, USC!
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. That is what they mean when they say ball control, a 14-play touchdown drive. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. Kickoff team lining up to send this one away. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time.
He's going for it all. Snags it on the right. And he'll go down, but not before the big pickup and the first down. Here's Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Going up top on first down. He'll take another shot here. Makes the catch down the right side. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a first and goal. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Dropping back, it's Boyd. Still looking on the move. And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon!
And that's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing. I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum, going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
Here's the snap, looking to throw. He's into the end zone. Two-point conversion is good, and we've got a tie game. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. He'll return it. Strikes the blow. He gets it across the 25 to the 27 after bringing it out of the end zone. Just enough time for one final play of the half. The run to the right. And he didn't have a whole lot of operating room after the juke. Not much room to run. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Quarterback checking off. Looking to pass on second down. Fires to the tight end. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. About to kick it away again as we are tied up in the third quarter. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get to the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Paul? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe...
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And that's a great job by the defense, not letting that bird out of the cage. When you can run like this guy can, you got to keep the edge. Did a great job. He went backwards, retreated, gave up some ground. They didn't give up the outside, got the sack on the play.
And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
You sort of get the feeling here in the second half of the game tied. It very easily could come down to which of these two quarterbacks has the football last. Bit of a blown opportunity there on third down with that incompletion. This guy's going to have to lock in for the remainder of the game.
They were unfazed by that earlier fourth down failure and will try for a second time in this one. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field.
Man, as a defense, you're like, oh, they're going to draw us offside. They're going to draw us offside. They're not going to go for it. They go for it, and you get the big stop. You've set your offense up. You've turned the momentum. This defense should be feeling really good about themselves.
Not a lot there. Picks up one inside the 20 to the 19.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
On second down, wants to throw. Quick strike complete. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Oh, just left him flailing. Oh, that move is going to leave them dizzy.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that one today.
The Trojans have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Second and goal for the offense. Tries again to get it in. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
What will the offense dial up on 3rd and goal? Barges ahead. Tackled there by the defense. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Well, you know if you're this offense, you're dialing up this running back, man. He has been a scoring machine all season long. He just finds his way into the end zone, and this is a golden opportunity to put 6 up on the board with that guy in your backfield.
Instead of trying to just take the lead with a field goal, they'll leave the offense out there to try to punch in the touchdown. Touchdown, Trojans! And with that one, they jump on top here in the 2nd half. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. So they get it on the edge of the red zone and go 20 yards. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. He'll call for the fair catch here. Has it back, and here comes the offense. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down.
And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
Looking for a man. It's Boyd. He finds his man. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down. The Ducks keeping this defense off balance. They can hit them from a variety of angles, this time going up top.
Yeah, so many things to look at. You know, they've always traditionally gone fast as well in the past at Oregon, but, you know, the quarterback run and the run up the middle and then play-action pass, they keep you guessing a lot, and they make a lot of plays down the field because your eyes are focused on something they shouldn't be focused on.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. Defense doesn't know if he's just running across the field and he's going to run a route, if he's going to block, or if he has the football. That time, he was able to outflank the defense. And
deep shot for the end zone. Give him 6. Touchdown, Ducks!
And listen, find your matchups you like, and you can see you got your speedster out wide. You like the matchup. He sees it, puts some air underneath that thing, and he outruns the DB. He's got no shot. Runs underneath it, and then walks his way into the end zone for 6.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. He'll bring it out. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, and how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
Pocket starts to collapse. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
On third down, going up top. He's going up top. It's complete. A huge pickup. 10. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Trojans.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. These running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
Fair catch, called for and made. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
On the run, still looking. He's going to take off. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Tough sliding in there, picks up a couple, but still needs 2 more on fourth down. Huge play here late, and this crowd is coming to help the defense. On fourth down, looking to pass. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
That's a gutsy call, and I know the analytics world says to go for it more often, but when you're in your own territory and now you turn the football over to the other team, points are so much easier to get. Obviously, I know, Jesse, it didn't take a color commentator to figure that out.
Running back searching for a hole. Finds a crease at the 20. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down.
Well, that's called paying off good field position. You got the lead here late in the game. You got the ball back. You're on your opponent's side of the 50, and on your very first play, you break off a long run. This defense right now is playing on their heels late.
Don't you love energetic defenses that fly around, that make things happen? The ones that get in the backfield, the running back tries to go somewhere. Where do you want him to go? There is nowhere to go. Nice job by the defense, creating the tackle for a loss on first down.
He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage of the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Southern Cal. That'll give him a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5. The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the second half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead, now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
This play will be a big indication of whether this drive goes anywhere on 2nd and long from the 11. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
And the defense loves being in this type of situation, right? You've got a big lead. It's in the fourth quarter. You know the opponent's going to be throwing the football, so you get your best pass rushers coming off the edge, using that speed, dipping and ripping, getting to the quarterback for another big play.
Soft spot in the middle. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
On the move at the 30. He's piled up 87 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season.
Man, this offense would really like to lean on this guy in the fourth quarter, right? They've got the lead, and you just saw his ability there, breaking a tackle. He looks like he's getting stronger as the game goes on. I'd expect him to get a few more carries here before this game's over.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense now. They got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
Stop is made, but he picks up 4 yards down to the 21-yard line.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on 2nd down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long, and now you're set up to fail.
Oh, the defense moved in there too quickly. You think it's never going to work until it does, and that'll be a first down. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. Got some room, headed to the goal line, and he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, USC! They can now exhale just a little bit with that lead, and they are close to a victory here in the 8th week of the season. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. Kickoff team is on the field. They'll try to drive this one deep. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. The deficit is large, hope is fainting, but they'll try to finish strong.
Made a lot of mistakes in this game, and that's why it looks like they're going to take the L. Lots of things to improve on, lots of things to coach upon, and at this point, I think if you're a head coach, David, you're just trying to see which of your guys aren't quitting late.
Yeah, which is a real thing, by the way. Who's going to compete to the final whistle? What do we talk about all the time? Coaches are always preaching to these guys. Don't worry about the scoreboard. Just compete as hard as you can. So, good opportunity to try to finish this game with something positive.
This is an offense that really sees their identity as being able to run the football. Nice job there picking up the first down.
They'll try the right side. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
And that was a pretty good run there for the offense. And listen, I know this game's over, but that's what this offense needs a little bit more. They need a little more balance, a little more easy second down situations with some positive runs on first down. They just need something to get them going, some kind of spark. The ground game might be it in the future.
And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
I think it's just too little too late, David, at this point. That's a play that they could have used a lot earlier in this game, but because of miscues, they're down by a lot late, and I don't think they're going to have enough time to claw back into this one.
Yeah, and I'm fine with you running that play if you want to do that. My goal now is with this lead, if you want to run it, so be it, but just don't give up the big plays. Let that clock continue to roll. Make him earn it all the way down the field and take a lot of time off that clock.
Trying to run it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Oregon!
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal, understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your boys.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Time is against them, still down by 2 scores, but they'll line up for the onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
He's going to pass. Fires to the big fella. And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down. When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both offense.
Dial it up and let it run. I mean, that's essentially what we saw in this game. It didn't matter what either offensive coordinator was calling. Everything seemed to work through throwing the football, in the intermediate passing game, the RPOs, the run game. David, this was just clinical offensive football.
And offenses have evolved so much. They can do so many different things, and they know how to use their playmakers, get speed and space, make those big plays.